Oh, so. Oh, this guy's gonna run the light. Oh, no, he's not. Good morning. It's the Wake and Bake. It's me, Buck Stallion.
Buck and pals and all their fascinating friends and mysterious enemies in the super scientific century.
So me and my dog Shitfoot are walking this morning. I already had like a bunch of hash bong loads, so I'm normal. Then I found this like new probiotic because I'm trying to clean up my intake. So I'm like trying to cut out dairy. I'm every once in a while I'm slipping up and having something with dairy in it, but I'm not like getting like extra cheese or whatever. My friend Big Nose, he was a vegetarian for the last couple of years. Had to tell me what a horrible meat eater I am, and I would send him videos on Facebook of baby chickens getting ground up. Well, actually, I did that before I knew he was a vegetarian. I didn't know that he was like that guy. But, so I kind of felt bad about it. I wasn't trying to, I just thought it was funny. Because I eat chicken. So, like, however you make it. But I think what they do with that is they blend it up and they feed it to other animals, or they make, dog food, or I just found out, I didn't even think about it, because I've been eating, I got this butcher box, because Joe Rogan's always talking about it. I also have the Cash App, and I'm looking into T-Cell and Cryo, but anyways, so I got the butcher box coming to me, and it's grass-fed beef. It's about, it breaks down to like what I'm trying to budget at. Well, because I've been eating fast food for the last 5 years since I faked my death as Jay Smith, biatch. I've been, there's a lot of big guys up next to. But anyway, so I've been eating nothing but fast food, and like the last time I hung out with my buddy Braun, I was just eating bean burritos at Taco Bell, and so anything that wasn't a bean burrito was like splurging, and he was like, "That's not healthy," and I'm like, "Dude, it's healthier than fucking 20 chicken nuggets at McDonald's. It's healthier than I started going to Wendy's and eating there a lot. Where was I? Oh, I was going through the journey here. So I was eating nothing but fast food, and having the usual late 20s bowel issues, and basically was like, dude, all my friends are getting heart attacks. They're turning gray. I mean, I've been holding up pretty good, but at the same time, I need to outlive a lot of people. There's a lot of people I have to outlive. So I am doing healthier stuff. Like, I'm riding my bike to work, I'm walking to work. I got this new job also. I mean, it's not like a new job, but I got a new gig within the job of Buck Stallion's Floral Emporium. And we had some shifting. And so now, come on, buddy. So now I'm going to be relocating from Santa Barbara to Vacaville, which is like a desert. But at the same time, like, so is Santa Barbara. I mean, but anyways, that's a different story altogether. So, what I'm trying to budget myself is, a couple $100 in quality meals a month. But Butcher Box is like $140. So I'm doing it every other month. But I just switched from the mixed bag, which is like chicken and pork and beef. I switched it to the all beef. Because I decided, like, chicken and pork, they're just too risky. And the first time I got it, it's shipped out of Stockton. And it's all frozen. It's like it's hella frozen. But like some of my packaging was ripped on the corners. So I was just glad it was frozen. I just kept it frozen until I thawed it out to eat it. But anyway, so I'm watching what I eat. Like, and Big Nose, he's been telling me that I'm still not that healthy because I eat animals. And he started feeling weird. He thought he had like an alien in him. And he's like Greek, so he's a good storyteller, and he's often falling apart and making a miraculous recovery. There's different kinds of people in the world. There's those people that are just like, oh, my life is crashing down around me, and then they don't bounce back. And then there's the people that are like, oh, my life is crashing down around me, and but then they make the public miraculous recovery, and then everybody's like super stoked, like, yeah, you're a winner. But like, the thing is some people, they like, it gets old, like I unfollow people that are struggling winners. I can't handle it. I can't take the roller coaster. I like to see consistency. All I've worked for in my own life, and if any of you have known me for any amount of time, I'm pretty consistent, other than me losing some pounds and exercising. But that's like my own lifestyle. It doesn't affect anybody around me, other than me telling you about it. And I'm only gonna talk about my successes. Really, I don't know if I talk about negative shit too often, like in my own personal life. I mean, I talk about negative shit in the world, but anyway, so Big Nose goes to the doctor. They tell him, dude, you need to start eating meat. You're all fucked up. Your stomach's fucked up. So he has to eat like a certain amount of meat now, animal meat. Well, but the realistic thing is that not every diet works for everybody. But the thing is I've been striving, really, like I with eating nothing but Taco Bell burritos, and it's just the bean burritos, no onions, no cheese, and maybe sometimes I would add sour cream, or if they could remember that, I would pay for it, and then leave it to the gods to determine whether I get it or not. But I'm constantly trying to find my sweet spot, because ideally, like, I don't know if a lot of you guys know this, but Max Muscle has been taking care of me pretty much in anything that I want to do. They've supported. I'm talking about Max Muscle, not the corporation, but the local from my hometown, the store, because I've tried a few different diet things, but the thing is that it is hard to change your lifestyle. I mean, you could go into yoga and become a vegan overnight, but like maintaining that with any realistic what's the word? Expectance. No. You're not fucking eat that, buddy. He's doing so good, though. Shitfoot, you're a good boy. Good boy, Shitfoot. He just almost ate some taco truck. Shit. Oh. So we got a broken axle out in the middle of the road. It's a fucked up corner to break a car. But yeah, it looks like they came around the corner and they wedged their fucking tire into the thing. I wonder if I can take a picture. Oh yeah. Yeah. I got it. Okay. So anyways, sorry if it was muted there for a second. I don't know what it does when I take pictures while I'm doing the podcast. But anyways, so I've tried a lot of different things. My whole thing is whenever I really started trying, it was whenever I moved to Santa Cruz with Zigzag Robinson, the plumber, and Ross to the Rock, aka Mike Ross Photography, Ross to the Rock Photography. Like we were all living, it was a slop opera house, and I had gotten like a huge vat of protein powder, and then I got like a bunch of cookies. The all-in-one, or the meal in a cookie or whatever. And so my plan was, I was like cookies and brownies. And so my plan was, that's all I was going to eat, was protein shakes, cookies and brownies. And then, but then I found out about these food programs, and I started making pots of beans. Because one of my step-grandmothers, fucking crazy Juanita, she told me whenever I first got married, but like, I was like a car salesman. I was making like between 5 and 10 G's a month and blowing it on strippers. But anyways, she was like, she thought I was like broke because I had a kid. And she was like, you need to make pots of beans. And so, while I was in Santa Cruz, I made pots of beans. But, so I got all, I didn't get like fat, but I got like really lazy. And, I totally stopped working out. My lifestyle was shit. I had a yoga ball that was like too big for me. You're supposed to get it like for your height and weight. And I had like this giant yoga ball, which was good to stretch my back on. But then I used it as my office chair. And I like gelled into it like a big fucking fat ass for like 3 years or something. And then I got skinny again. I moved to Texas years later, and then I moved back from Texas, and I've just been getting fat slowly and unhealthily for the last 5 years. And so, I've got like 20 years to get my shit together before I turn 50. And so, the whole game plan is to just get my shit together. Like this. Like what I'm doing. I'm sweating I'm stoned. I'm walking my dog. and I'm sweating out of my eyebrows. It's a beautiful morning. It's nice and cool. There's lots of traffic out today, which is good. Shitfoot, you're doing good, buddy. We're almost there. But, yeah, so I've been just trying to find something, because you really can't eat the same thing all the time. You got to switch it up. You got to change the flora in your guts. You know, you got to keep, like, if you think, like, nomadically eating wise, you know, I mean, you're going to have some rations with you, and you're going to, like, dabble in some other stuff. And so, like, last night, you know, instead of having, because I just bought a whole case of these fitness meals. Well, Max Muscle gave me a good deal, an employee deal. Part of the sponsorship thing, but it's a separate entity from Max Muscle, but they like kind of split it on me. But it's so I got this case of fitness meals, and it's basically a keto diet, pre-portioned into a serving size. You've got everything that you need. You've got the vegetables and you've got your meat. And oh my god, they're fucking like gourmet TV dinners. And like, you know, who doesn't like eating a TV dinner? You know, like a good one. One of my diets, I just now remembered, before, I think it was before I moved to Santa Cruz. Whenever I lived with Jeremy Crespo, the owner of Speakeasy, fucking Bill Murray stunt double, he would make fun of me. He called me MC Salisbury because that was my diet then, was basically I just bought, like, you know, fucking dollar meal Salisbury steaks. They had a little corn, they had a little mashed potatoes, and then I think I had like a loaf of bread in my room, and I'd make like a piece of toast and I'd eat it with my Salisbury. And I think, you know, they're like, these food manufacturers, like, although everything is dead, anything that you eat is fucking dead. So, you know what I mean? Like, the best nutrition you're going to get is raw nutrition. But the problem is now is with this new knowledge I have of this ketosis or ketolosis or whatever, I understand how fat cells work now better. And so it's like, sorry, there's a person.
My man!
So, so I understand how the fat cells work. You know, seriously, up until about a month ago, I thought fat cells actually were like some weird pollen deposit, you know, of like cholesterol and, you know, I'm just like picturing like a grease pit, you know, at like a restaurant or something, and it's like you got like these pouches in your body where this shit builds up. But I've been totally fucking wrong about this. All these years I've never asked, you know, because Brian at Max Muscle, he had this chunk of fat and he had like this piece of rubber muscle, and he's like, this is what, you know, I forget what it was. It was like 20 pounds of fat, 20 pounds of muscle. And, you know, the fat's like this weird geode looking yellow clump. And I'm just like, yeah, I've been like thinking it probably is a good idea to just go get lipo and have that shit sucked out. But here's the thing, is that then you're creating a situation where your body has to fucking live without those cells. And those cells are like little fuel tanks. So you want to empty them out of the bad stuff, but you don't want to get rid of them. Lipo is destruction of those cells. That's pretty much how you create cancer, or just any fuck. You're gonna fuck up the whole machinery. It's like, I've been really even the tonsils. I don't even want to remove my tonsils. I think I had like 2 or 1 wisdom tooth removed. The other teeth removed themselves because I had a tongue piercing, and so I cracked them, and I broke out 4 teeth, on 1 on each side, and each level, upper bottoms, and so I have a thing about, like, I don't think that our bodies, like, they're like, yeah, you can take out the fucking one of the kidneys. I'm like, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to have to get a robot heart or get a catheter, or you know what I mean? I feel like if I just do better stuff to my body and just try to think more health-wise, like an RV or something. Like, if you just park that shit in a barn, the rats are going to eat the wiring. The birds are still going to shit all over it, and the cats are going to nest in it. And then when you go to drive it, it's just going to be like this rickety, fucked up mess. But if you drive an RV like every day, like it's your driver car, then it doesn't fall apart, because you're able to see the little things that are vibrating loose, or whatever the case may be. But it's just one of those things where I just don't think that you should take anything out of the machine. I think that it's designed the way it is, whether it's fucking phasing out stuff, that remains to be seen. But evolution is not gonna happen in 25 years of your life. Like, evolution would have happened when you were born, and then you would have been able to compare that to your neighbor or your family member or whatever. So anyway, fat cells, they're more like honeycombs, than they are. They're like amoeba honeycombs that absorb certain nutrients. In this case, sugars and cholesterols and fats and shit like that. And so, yeah, you just don't fucking cut those out. Don't eat them. Hammer, don't eat them. Come on. We're passing like the little apartment complex of street sleepers. There's a new one behind me. I don't know. They don't have like a whole pallet. This guy right here, he's got a homie. Yeah. This guy over here's got a 10 now. That's nice. I don't know. If I was homeless, I don't think I would sleep at night. I would do my moving at night. Sleep during the day when you have more witnesses. So the fitness meal has there's right now he's got 2 flavors. It's a chicken with corn and broccoli, and shit, I can't even think right now.
A smoke alarm can save your life, but not if it's silent. Over 60% of fire fatalities and countless injuries happen when smoke alarms are installed but fail to work. Sometimes when Buck Stallion smokes, he sets them off and stuff. That sucks. But he always makes sure if he takes the batteries out to Chong, he puts them back in when he's done. Remember, only working smoke alarms save lives. So sound the alarm to your family and friends. A silent smoke alarm may be the last thing they never hear. Brought to you by Buck Stallion's Holistic Emporium and GreenShopDelivery.com.
Okay, so sorry, I lost my train of thought there. So there's two meals right now. There's a chicken and there's a carne asada, and they both come with broccoli, riced broccoli, which is bomb. It's kind of like baby bird food. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is nice and chopped up for you already, and so it's pretty digestible. So there's an asada and there is a chicken. The chicken is like it's got like fucking those red Greek olives in it. Come on, buddy. There you go. And it's got I think that one has the chicken has spinach and sauteed mushrooms. Oh my god, it tastes like wine. Get back, go to your seat. Fucking nerd. How am I gonna get in if you're sitting in my seat? Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Tell him. Come on. Come on, Stanley. Hi. No, we'll do this. Hi. 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 Hello. Good boy. You tell him hello, huh? Hello. But the spinach is fucking bomb. It reminds me, it's like, it's all like chopped up and pre-chewed. But the chicken is nice little tiny pieces. I mean, that's the thing. My mom always fucking would get mad at me because I didn't chew my food. I would just inhale these giant portions of, on my fork. Like I would try to cram as much as I fucking could into my mouth and I wouldn't even chew it. I'd just inhale it. So I've they say that fucks with your stomach fluids too. And so yeah, I'm just trying to fucking stay there, buddy. I'm just trying to basically utilize the science of all of this because I've been fat for I don't know, a few years now, and it's just like I said before, all my friends are having heart attacks. Some of them are dying. Some are having complications as we speak. And it's a bummer. Get back. Because there was preventative measures. I just got into this big argument with my cousin on my Instagram about a post I did. Basically, a girl was throwing a fit because she said that this guy had molested her numerous times. But within this accusation, there's this other whole story about how she went home with him, kept telling him we are not hooking up, but then after he put his hand down her pants and she said no, then he did it again and she said no, and then she went to sleep and then woke up and he was doing stuff again. And I'm just like, Okay. But I mean, where's your responsibility come in? How many times do you have to be in a, like, he didn't tie you to the bed, he didn't tie you to the couch, he didn't, you know what I mean? You willfully went over to his house and you told him we are not hooking up. But then you stayed the night at his house and he kept going, come on, let's hook up. I know you said we're not hooking up because you're trying to be a lady, but come on, let's just hook up. And she's like, no. And then she stays. Like, the guy is persisting. Why do you stay? At what point do we start taking responsibility for our own selves and our own fucking goodwill? You know, like, my cousin's point was, she thought that I was defending the guy by saying this girl is being a fucking moron with her post. But clearly he's a douche. I know he's a fucking douche. He's a raper. You know what I mean? There's a lot of those guys exist. You know? But at the same time, like, you can't almost get raped and then stay where you are. You need to call and get an Uber. You need to get a taxi. You need to start walking. You need to call a friend, call your mom, call a fucking, call somebody, get the fuck out of that situation. But whenever you stay in that situation, it's hard for me to feel sorry for you. It's hard for me to fucking understand how anybody else is at fault but you. It's like, you're not supposed to go stand on this cliff. And there's a sign that says, don't stand on that cliff. But you go stand on the cliff because you want that selfie, and then you fall off the cliff and die. The sign was there. In this case, the signs were there that you were going to get molested all night. This guy wasn't going to stop. And why'd you go to his house after fucking hours anyways? I mean, you can't go around and fucking go online and say, this guy is not a gentleman whenever you weren't being a lady. This is one of those tit for tat scenarios in my mind. But anyways, fitness meals are fucking bomb. The carne asada is hella spicy, and some people don't like that. But dude, it's like a real fucking gourmet meal. You know, the corn is fucking riced. There's broccoli in both of those meals, but there's gonna be a breakfast burrito, he said. And he said they're gonna do something else too. I forget what else it was. But I'm excited. And I've been feeling better, and I can see my dick a little bit better. So that's cool. I feel less bloated. Oh, but that's what I was going to say. So, knowing that my flora and my gut and everything, all my chemicals are fucked off, and I'm starting this new diet, it's going to take a couple of weeks for my body to adjust to these new foods. But I've been good, like I had just some red meat last night, and then the night before last, but so last night I bought this pack of 6 burgers, and I ate 4 of them, and I had nothing but a linguiça earlier in the day. I didn't have any of my meals. But because I knew that this was different stuff, I bought this, it's almond yogurt. And it's like almond milk, so it kind of tastes like plastic, but then it's yogurt, so it's kind of got that sour yogurt flavor. But dude, it fucking blew my ass out. It was awesome.
When I say whoa, I mean whoa.
So yeah, my whole thing is I'm not trying to be lazy, but I want my nutritional intake to fucking be sufficient enough that I can, and in the right places that I can lose the weight without getting liposuction or surgery. And I'm thinking there's some other things that I'm gonna do. Maybe, I don't know. I'm contemplating.
because I need to. I don't want my skin to be all flappy. Yeah. I can't afford the fucking. I don't want cutting. I don't want surgery. I can't afford it. I just need to be healthy. I hope all you guys are healthy also. What in the fuck is this? Great. Anyways, have a good day. Smoke a lot of weed, make a lot of money. Oh, shit. I almost forgot to tell you. October 27th, mark your calendar. If you're in the Modesto area, J. Smith Biatch is coming back from the dead. More on that later.